Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer reading for March 17th through the 31st for my Capricorns. How are you today, Capricorns? Hope all is well. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you did some cuddling on the couch like we were talking about. Actually, I got feedback from Capricorns that actually did happen, and then they listened to the message afterwards. Kind of funny. Okay, so the cards I'm using today, Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards, John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, and Osha Zen Tarot cards. I have prayed, meditated, and infused with Reiki energy, and this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? This is going to be our longer reading, like I said. Now, March 20th. Oh my gosh, March 20th. What do I want to tell you about March 20th? Our full moon in Libra. This is, though, the third supermoon. So again, the energy is going to be intense. This is the time that you need to just get rid of stuff and take stuff in. Definitely, because we have something else going on. We have our March solstice. Now, for people in the northern hemisphere, that's the spring solstice. People in the south, I guess it's your fall or your autumn solstice, but whatever it is a time when light and dark is equal. So again, we have that energy. Also, too, on March 20th, with this full moon and with this solstice, we also have the beginning of the new astrological year, starting with Aries. So, no Aries here. Well, maybe there is. Happy birthday, Aries. Okay, so that starts Aries season. So there's a lot of energy going on. We've had those 3 supermoons going on. Virgo was a little bit more energetic than Libra, but Libra is here. Now, Libra wants to bring balance. Libra wants to bring peace. Libra wants things to be very harmonious, right? Then we have Uranus that came in. Remember we talked about that? And Uranus brings in a lot of little surprises. And it's like, oh yes, you want peace, but ooh. So sometimes with this time period, this is when the nuttiness can come out. Okay, this is where this can be expect the unexpected to happen. Okay, this is just, while the moon, and then we have with Aries is beginning things. So with beginning of things, you then have, you can then, this time, you can almost treat this time as almost like the brand, like January 1st, New Year's. You can do things like, setting your intentions again, making your goals, giving things up. We do that on full moons a lot of times too, but this is very, very powerful. Okay, very powerful energies here. So, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot, and it's something that you need to then use. Remember, these energies are from the divine, okay? These are not, these were set in place, not by man, but by the divine, higher power, guardian angels, spirit guides, whoever that is to you, okay? So it's going to be a really, really interesting time. So let's see what we have here. Let's start our reading, Capricorns. 17th, sometimes 15th, 16th. The people that have been watching me, my lovely, lovely subscribers, they know that these energies can continue through. So, and sometimes it's when you actually start watching me. So somebody might be watching this today. Today I think is March 10th. And they might say, oh, you know what? This is actually starting. I believe in divine appointments. And sometimes you're seeing this right when you need to see it. Okay? But again, this is for our Capricorns. Let's see. So I generally use my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards to give us the main message. But no cards are popping. And then, too, you want to remember, yes, while we are in Mercury retrograde, that will be ending, though, on the 28th. So still part of this time period. And they can just basically say, yep, with that 11 days from the 17th with the 28th and still with Uranus going around, it's going to be very powerful. It could be unexpected. So let us see what the cards say. First card is 7 of Water. Yes, let's say it together. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. emotions. Water can flow, so things can be flowing in and out. Water can also be drowning and can be suffocating. Don't know why you needed to know that, but let's see what it says. A complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So I'm feeling that for my Capricorns, I'm feeling that you want some changes in your life. Now that could be with your, your romantic life. I know that some people ask me about that, but I just do general. That could be your romantic relationships, it could be your career. It could be your job, and your job and career do not have to be the same. Okay, know that. Your job might just be getting you through so that you can find your career. And know that, because I think that there's some Capricorns out there that are doing a job and not necessarily doing their career. But I'm feeling that this time, the end of this March time, is when you are really, it's kind of like, what am I going to be when I grow up? I'm feeling that this is going to be a time for you to be seriously considering your options. Now, you can, whatever you do now, doesn't mean you're going to be doing that in 5 years, 10 years. No, it doesn't. But this is one of those, I believe this is going to be one of those times, because I also think with this energy, I'm feeling like with this energy that these opportunities are going to pop up for you. And it may be that they sound exciting, but you may also say, but is this really what I want to do? And I know that that's, it's like, is this really leading me into my career? But I'm also, maybe you really don't want a career. You just want a job, because your career could be something totally different. It could be creating a home. It could be, I'm feeling children. It could be raising children. It could be being a mentor to others. Because it's like, it's almost like a job is just to pay your bills. We've talked about that myself included. The job is there to pay your bills, but your passion is something else. And I'm feeling that this might be that time where you're either thinking about a new relationship, it's a new relationship, but is it with a romantic partner? Kind of. Could it be with your job? I'm feeling that more so. Or could it be that you are actually discovering what it is that you want for this time out of your life? Okay, let's see what there was a lot from just one card. Let's see what these other cards say. This one is reversed, and this one is the Three of Water. Again, we have this fluidity. We have this water that keeps flowing through, and that's the thing. So are you going upstream and fighting and fighting and fighting, or are you actually going with that flow? Let's see what this says. A celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcements. The need to have more fun. Now, so I'm really feeling that, I'm feeling a development. I'm hearing that it's like, it's something, you are developing something. It's like you're developing internally what it is you want to do. You're really looking at your options. And this is actually, as long as Uranus doesn't go nuts on us, this is a wonderful time to do that because of that Libra full moon, super moon. Now, the weird thing is that this is March, so in April, the other full moon, while it's not a super moon, will also be Libra. So this is a really good time to do that, as long as Mercury doesn't mess us up and Uranus doesn't say surprise. So I really think that this is going to be that. It's an interesting time for you, Capricorns. Okay, this card is also reversed. The Knight of Fire. So as we're going into Aries, and Aries is fire sign, so is Leo and Sagittarius, and it's the beginning of the new astrological year. So really it's that time for you to get, to put that out there, your new intentions, what you need. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. Again, I really feel for my Capricorns, this is a really good time for that reflection. And I'm not talking about self-reflection. It's like, oh, where am I? Who am I? What does the universe want of me? That's always good. But I'm really feeling like the word develop keeps coming. It's like you're developing. You're thinking about what you're thinking about. You're okay. Let's go back a little bit. It's like the universe is actually developing you. Okay, it's like you're that that piece of charcoal, and the pressures that you have been under, and you might have a little bit more this time, but it's like it's preparing you to be the diamond. Okay, it's developing you. It's you may find that while you are thinking these things through, that you may have some obstacles to go through, but it's part of developing. And that's really, the word developing keeps coming back to me. Okay? So let's see now. I use my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to get more clarification. So let's see what they can do to clarify. Oh, well, look at that. We have a whole bunch of cards that popped out. I mean, they literally, I don't know if you saw that or not, but they popped out. So let's go. We're going to take the top and go from left to right with the top. So let's see. So we actually have 5 cards that needed to be seen. So let's see what this first one is. Solitude. Okay, do you see? Now, is this the castle? Is this the queen behind? I don't know chess pieces, but I always think of that as either the castle or the queen, but it's something that is of authority. It's something that is, basically it's kind of like, the divine is there, okay? And then she is studying. And it's not even that she's just, yes, she is by herself, but she's also studying, and she's showing you what she's studying. So this is something that's being shared. So I kind of feel from this card, I'm feeling that, again, this is that part of that development for you. Now, is it spiritual development? I think that everything we go through is some sort of spiritual development, but I feel like it's like you're going to be shown things, and you're going to then have to receive them. Now, will you be receptive to them? Well, let's see what we have here. Because that, you have choices in that. You have definite choices. So, when I go outside and I'm around a lot of people, I have choices to either pick up their vibrations or to basically put my, my boundaries up. Okay? So there are choices that you have. Let's see what this next card says. Okay, movement. No, I did not look at this card. I swear I did not look at this card. I held it like this. But movement, choices, and decisions. Okay? So again, it's that development. You will have to make some choices about that. And there's this decisions to make. Does it mean that your decisions are going to be, life altering? Yeah, it could. Does it mean that they might just be a small decision that then ripples down? It might be, okay, I watched this video and, it's talking about developing, and maybe I'll look a little bit into it, and maybe it'll be next week. So next week comes, next week goes, but maybe it's 3 weeks down, and then you do. So you see, it doesn't have to be this big momentous, okay, but I'm also hearing volcano. So I feel like something might erupt. I'm hearing volcano. But I wanted to try to say that you can kind of control this, and you don't have to necessarily go into just saying, yes, this is my path. But for somebody out there, I was hearing volcano, and it was like a, volcano just waiting to go off. And that might be what that's about, is that while you make your decisions, and then while they might be small, or you might decide to, put that out there, when you do decide whatever it is that the divine is trying to tell us, it's going to spew like a volcano. Okay? So let's see. This is very interesting for you. This is going to be some good energy. Now this one, I'm not looking at it. Let's see what it says here. Partnerships and alliances. So again, I do feel that it's another connection, but I do feel that you're going to also find people that can help you with this development. Okay? Whatever this is. I'm sorry, I wish I could tell, but whatever this is, I feel like you're going to meet people that's going to help you with this. And again, do I feel like this is one of those things where, it's going to be like, okay, I have to, fast, and I have to get on my knees for 15 hours a day. No. I don't feel like it's that. I don't feel like it's this. I feel like it's a very mature development for you, okay? So don't be afraid of it, but it is a commitment. It will be a commitment for you. Okay, let's see what this comes up to as now. This one, okay, rejoice and celebration. And we did have that one, the Three of Waters, that talk about celebration too, okay? So, so we have that actually what will be going on for you will actually be whatever whatever this development is, it's going to be something that's going to be very good for you. It's going to be something very good, and I don't think that it's going to be something that you're going to suffer from. Okay? I don't think that it's like, because, I've had those things. Okay, I know I'm going to go down this pathway, and then, yes, there is the suffering that goes along with this. I don't feel that for you. I feel that there is going to be something really good with this development. And so this could be definitely with a career. It could be, though, maybe you're going to be teaching, maybe you're going to be, like outreaching, doing volunteer work, and then you're going to find that you really love that and that that's a passion to you. But this is that time that it's going to basically be that you're developing into your passion. Okay, let's see what this last card says. I'm very, I don't know if I'm nervous or scared, or, well, now scared is not quite the same as nervous. Let's see what this says. Okay, so this is reversed. Reversed, that has a more powerful meaning. So I read reversed cards. It was given to me to read them as more powerful meaning. Now, what does it say? Disruption. Disruption. Now, so yes, anytime you go into this, this development, and again, I'm not feeling like it's this strong spiritual development. I feel that the people, it's not that, but it does change you, and it does change your life. Now, it could connect, and I don't think that, when I say, okay, I don't think that it's the spiritual but it is spiritual in nature. There is a spiritual component, because you're being guided by that divine higher power, spirit guides, guardian angels. It's like you're being, guided by that, and you just need to know whether, you just need to either be guided, go with that flow, or fight the current. Okay, but again, it's like I hear volcano. Okay, so let's see now. I use my Osha Zen Tarot cards to give me any advice, or give you any advice. So is there any advice for our Capricorns? Because this has been a very interesting reading, though at the time, remember, the 20th, Aries energy, full moon energy, super moon energy, Libra energy, that balance, trying to find that balance. But then how is Uranus? Uranus is going, ha. But Uranus doesn't like to be known for his surprises, but he does, but during the time it can be. And then we also have Mercury. Okay, any advice for our why did I want to say Taurus? I know. Well, because Uranus is in Taurus. So, but any advice for our Capricorns? So that means that, yes, there will be a Uranus component to this. So it may actually be something that you might have kind of put it out there one day, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like it's like the bill has come in and the bill needs to be paid. So maybe you put it out there in the past and it's saying, okay, remember you put it out there? Now's the time. Okay, now's the time. So let's go here and cut. And then we're just going to take the 3 cards. And let's see what it says here. Okay, first card. Okay, this is what we were talking about in the beginning, right? See how it all works together? This is it's trust. This person is just having a leap of faith. This person's jumping off of something or falling out of something. And it is a matter of trust. So while you're going through whatever this is, you need to trust. Trust. Okay? Now, this card, let's see. Okay. This is again reversed. Sorrow. Now, the message with this card isn't that this person, I'm going to tell you what the message is, and then I'm going to tell you what I believe this is. The message isn't so much that, okay, he was a disciple or a, student of a great master, and the great master had passed on. So people thought that he was very sorrowful about the fact that the great master wasn't there anymore. Well, I mean, the master had died and that he was mourning the death. And he said, well, to some, maybe a little bit yes to that, but what I'm really feeling sorry for is that I have lost that. I now have to change. I am now the one. So it's not so much that this is sorry for something that has died, but sorry about how I am going to have to live with this change. Okay, that's more what I'm getting. So with this, you're going to have to trust your divine, and this is that it's going to, remember, we had disruption here, but this says basically that, oh, my life has changed. I don't like it. Well, it doesn't say I don't quite like it, but this is more, I now have to make that change. I now have to live with that change. Okay, so now let's see what this lasts. So with this as advice is basically saying just be aware of that. You don't have to, go into the corner with your, like to say with my blankie and my thumb. You don't have to do that. What you really have to do, it goes back to this card, is to trust. Okay? Trust. Okay, now, this last card is the Rebel. Okay, I do love this card. I do love this, maybe because I'm a little bit of a rebel, but yet I'm very much a calculated risk taker. But again, it's like what I'm picking up is what is developing from you is going to actually be something that not a lot of people will understand, okay? And, you're going to make this, whatever this decision is, you're going to make, you're going to make some sort of a life choice, and they may not understand. I mean, I have a lot of people that don't understand what I'm doing here, and yet you watch and you understand it. And so it's kind of that same, but being that rebel, being that person that's like, no, it's now in me. It's like, I've got to do this. I've just got to do this. Now, again, I don't necessarily, when I talk about this, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be this really big thing. It's not. A lot of times because people that watch, my people that comment, we have a sensitivity to something greater than us. And so sometimes I used to have these feelings, I feel like there's a lot of disruption. And then I'm thinking, is it going to be, I would think big. And no, many, many times, sometimes it was big, but many times it was just really little. It's our ego, our ego tends to think bigger, but sometimes it's just very, very little. Okay, so it's all these pieces in this puzzle. It's all whatever we call life. It's these pieces in this puzzle. And Capricorn, you are going to be affected by this. Okay, you have the right to make choices and decisions. I want you to be aware of that, because that is, so just be aware of that. Actually, you have a really great opportunity. I feel like there's a lot of really, that the energy around you, while it may be, it's gonna, that diamond, it's gonna make you that diamond. Now, on March 31st, are you going to be that diamond? Probably not, but is it part of that piece to get you to be that diamond? Definitely. Okay? Okay. So, on the 17th, happy St. Patrick's Day to anyone that celebrates that. And see, I don't know if this is coming off as green, but my border in green. Happy St. Patty's Day to you all. My Capricorns, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.